Hello. I was upset yesterday to hear Puerto Rico was having some financial difficulties. I only just now recently read into exactly what was going on there. It's bad. There's $72 billion in debt, and it is a U.S. territory. And so far, the United States says they're not going to bail them out. Greece is in default of its bailout to the IMF, missed the payment of student loans here in the United States. And I consider Puerto Rico, like I know Puerto Rico always didn't vote to be part of the United States, but growing up in New York and on the East Coast and stuff, you know, they're Americans to me, but whatever. I don't see why they have to be a state, but it doesn't. It looks like because they're a territory, they might be left flapping in the wind. But I think there are some good possibilities. I don't know if like some of these places, like Puerto Rico, might be able to legalize marijuana and be able to, they have a big tourist industry. Who knows? And then the student loan crisis. Now, and in a lot of ways, I think a lot of Americans got took, because if there wouldn't be a student loan crisis if the schools that they had got the loans from had actually did more than just collecting free government money. So a lot of schools need to be held accountable for what they did. Greece is in Euro, so I don't know how much that really will jeopardize anything in America, because I don't even. They've been going through a problem for a while. Puerto Rico, and it's a territory to me that is so close and so it's so many intermingled with Americans. It's like Boston, Chicago, St. Louis, New York, New Jersey, all over the East Coast, Florida, Virginia. You can pretty much name it. And there's Puerto Ricans there. They served in the army, in all branches of the military. I think that I don't know what they're going to do about that, but it's pretty bad. 72 billion. But I see that with Iran in the Middle East. I see that we're probably more concentrated on the Middle East and the problems that we have over here, and we're not really concentrating on a more regional area, like our regional area, like we're not, because I didn't know until yesterday that Puerto Rico had a problem. I'm sure Puerto Rico knew. and they just can't pay it back. Just like Greece, they just can't pay it back. It's just like with the student loans, they just can't pay it back. I think that in some situations like Puerto Rico, Greece, and even student loans, we should be forgiven. They did it for the Nazis or for the Germans in World War II, and look how great they're thriving. So I think that sometimes we're not thinking of a clever enough way to handle our business. And anyway, it's a damn shame. That's all I got for today. Is that I think that Puerto Rico, Greece, and the student loans should be forgiven, especially student loans in the United States, because I think now they're no longer most of them, especially the ones they're no longer being held by the bank. They're just on the open market. Somebody just getting lucky buys a whole bunch of student loans, so it's just a con now. I think there needs to be something done with Wall Street, some type of overseeing, because I don't want. It looks like they're allowing some, just criminals in there, and I think it affects it's like a cancer. But anyway, especially with the student loan, I I think those people I think that they should get it off the open market. At least I hope I'm wrong on that account. You know, that they're not just trading these old debts like that. You know, wedging on the lose. Anyway, we have some major problems, and I think that a lot of it is we haven't really been paying attention to our domestic issues. You know, because you could look at the racial issues with, like, just Ferguson, for example, for like South Carolina, for example. These issues have blown up out of proportion. Yeah, I know that Middle East and Israel and all that's supposed to be a big concern, but I'm very disenchanted with Israel from what they done to Gaza. You know, it's so. You know, So I say, you know what I'm saying, is that they're just, you know, the way they're doing those people. And the one thing I hate about them, like, we can't give them no more cement because they're building tunnels. If I was there, I'd be digging a tunnel, not to go terrorize you, but to get away from your terrorists, from Israel's terrorists. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're not going to let them have a leeway or a pressure point to get the hell out, all Israel is doing is with their embargo. You know what I mean? Like, they're putting a financial burden on these people, too, by not having supplies and stuff allowed in there. So all Israel is doing is really showing a very ugly side. And they cried so bad and over what happened to them in World War II, for them to turn around and do that to somebody else it's disgusting. But anyway, you know, again, Gaza's in a financial strike. This war is causing undue stress, you know, globally, and it's allowing certain ideas to filter into people's head that I don't think is healthy. But probably war thoughts have been in the head all along. But you know, I think we need to do something about Puerto Rico. $72 billion in debt. Wow, that's a hell of a debt. And we're not going to bail them out, mostly when they're brown. So, excuse me. Thought I had to sneeze. I just got out of the shower, and it's been hot. Well, we'll see. The student loans are not getting any better. They're not getting any better. I think I think like with this, like I think we need to really do something about our education system, even on our higher up. I mean, some schools are still good. I think like I think I had the best training I ever had, like when I did a little military thing there, the ROTC. That was really, I think they were the best trainer. I got a cousin now. I'm so proud of him, and he's gonna be in it's a famous military school. Anyway, college. Now I can't think of it. But he's going there. It's one up in state New York. So anyway, because I don't really know much about military schools, but I know it's supposed to be a famous one. I just went blank. But anyway, I just want to say that if we do still have a financial problem. Our economy is still a little wobbly as far as I'm concerned. I think we have some illusions that we have a recovery. Somebody says, oh, we're out of recession. But, you know, maybe for the 1% that has so much money, or for a millionaire that has so much money. But for the average Joe like me, you know, my dollar's not going as far as it used to. And I'm just talking about prices of the eggs, food prices in general went up. The quality of the food in general, you know, with all these different recalls of different foods in the last 5 years, you know, I sort of, and with the hamburger meat with the sludge and the, you know, and all these, so the food is, the qualities have went down. You know, I think that there is some domestic issues that we need to really think about, and as individuals, you know, there are solutions that we can do, might not be able to always depend on the outside. Like Puerto Rico might have to think of something, Greece too have to think of something, where because it looks like they're leaving them flapping in the wind, they're on their own. And sometimes you can have the most creative and clever ideas in a crisis if you're allowed to some type of alleviation. Like Israel's not letting you know what I'm saying. If you got a pot and you're boiling water, and let's say you got like fruit in there and stuff, like some, you know, and like what you're gonna make wine for. Well, if you don't put a hole in there, the whole lid will blow off. So I think Israel is missing out on a great opportunity to do a 180 and to pass the olive branch, you know, because their actions, you know what I'm saying, if they just want to genocide those people, that's what they was wanting to do to them. Anyway, that's all. The news sometimes is sad.